Hey guys, and welcome to yet another speed build. Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing? Good to be back with another build. I'm just like, yay, I'm happy. And also finally happy that I can spill all the latest tea with you. So without further ado, let's do the build first, actually, before we get on to everything else. This is, I think it's called Mossy. Yeah, it's there. Mossy Lane. I'm going to call it Mossy Lane Townhouse. I'm keeping the original lot name, so this is Mossy Lane Townhouse, and we needed another townhouse to go with the said townhouse I created before to the right of this, and I kind of wanted them to... I was going to make them more similar than I end up making them, but I decided not to kind of at the beginning. I wanted this to be like an all completely white townhouse, but then I did realise that white in the game makes me sad, so I changed it and brought some colour. But I think this one looks a lot more Dutch than the first one does. It echoes a lot of the same shapes with the canal houses and everything, so I kind of like feel this is a mashup between what style? This is like a canal house with a few little extra details for good measure. But yeah, I'm happy that this one is completed. This build I wanted to do since when? I think for about a whole month. I think when the game first came out, I had this townhouse, not this actual exterior in mind, but I had the interior already sorted. Basically, in my investigations and research into other lots, I found this image and I was trying to find out where in, I think it was in Antwerp it was. And so I typed in Boulevard Antwerp and it ended up bringing up this hotel, this bed and breakfast. And the interior just was totally inspiring to me. I'll put that down below in the description box if you like. So you can take a look at the actual real life hotel. The exterior is different to this. I didn't do the exterior, but the interior I wanted exactly the same vibes. Mind you, the hotel itself isn't very dark, but it still has this weird dark atmosphere. But in The Sims, I've had to literally go dark to make it have that same atmosphere. I think the dining room does end up not being dark in colour, but still has that moody atmosphere. So yes, we'll get onto that. But anyway, before I forget, also link down below in the description box if you would like to download this build or you want links to the CC that's used. The only CC included in this build? The only CC used in this build is by myself and by Felix and the Sims. So if you've already got our stuff, you're good to go. Just plonk it down in your game. You're gonna need his latest content as well. His Tudor content has been used in this as well. Basically, this build was waiting for the Victorian sofas to be released to all of you, and I was just like, yes, I need the Victorian sofas for this build. That's what this build was waiting for, was the sofas. So as you can see, I have high priorities in life. Sofas are of the highest priority. What can we say? But yeah, so the whole plan for this was like a more simpler exterior. I do get rid of those Tudor decorative frames around the windows, and we go a bit more simple, slightly sleeker for the facade of the townhouse. And then I wanted the gable to be OTT ornate, so that's what we're creating here. And I love those niches. I think that's one of my favourite pieces of CC that Felix Ender's ever done. Has got to be the niches. I don't get to use them often enough, to be quite honest. But yeah, I love putting statues in there. Actually, my penthouse also used the niches. I am obviously having some kind of niche moment. But yeah, I'm happy with this gable. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do, but it was all about getting the CC out and kind of just playing around and plopping it wherever looked good, basically. So yeah, this bit is kind of, I had a rough shape that I had in mind, but it's just all about playing around. Lots of times I kind of want to work out a build in its entirety before I start building it, and I'm working on letting that control issue go and just having a loose idea and just going with it, because I actually know that once I'm in game I can figure it out and work it out. But I'm just one of those people that likes to plan. I like to plan everything out so that I know that it's going to work before I go in there. But yeah, sometimes that means that I don't start a build when I should just really just get in there and do it. But you know, we all have our faults, don't we? Maybe that can be my New Year's resolution, not planning a build. No, actually, no, I can't not plan a build. That's just ridiculous. If you've got a process and it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's the thing. Yeah, no, I'm leaving it. But anyway, we've used on the exterior here, I did change the doors several times. Like I went through, I don't know, some kind of mid-build crisis, and I think I've cut it out, but I changed the doors. The two doors that open up onto the little Juliet balcony and also the front door, I think I changed those like maybe 5 times that I cut out. But we do end up going with the Georgian doors on the first floor, and then the Art Deco front door, which also then ties into all of the Art Deco touches we have inside. So Victorian going on to Art Deco, the whole vibe of the interior would be, you know, like some kind of well-traveled human being. I really do. It's eclectic. We're gonna chuck it out there. There are candles. There are plenty of candles also, and I kind of prefer these types of eclectic traditional interiors over the traditional. We're doing this in air quotes. You can't see me, because like I like this kind of traditional because almost it's not stuffy. It's not uptight. It feels like a home, and you're kind of not intimidated to live there. You know, there's certain traditional builds, you're like, oh, I don't want to touch anything, I don't want to ruin the place. But this one, you're just like, no, this is a home. It's to be lived in. I'm sure there's like 5 layers of dust and dirt everywhere. It doesn't look spotless and clean. Yeah, that's what I like about it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Let's just say they have seriously good taste, but they're not like stuck up about it. You know, they don't take themselves too seriously. That's what the build does. It doesn't take itself too seriously, which is definitely a motto in life that I have. Just don't take it so seriously. But anyway, we're on to this conservatory bit. This addition that we added on, I really, really, really wanted to add this because I wanted the kitchen or there to be this extension that was all white and light and bright, which was a good total contrast to the rest of the build. And I do love a nice little extension on a house, I'm not gonna lie. And this gave us the perfect opportunity. Also, this brick, which is just like base game, I think it's called, what was it, Industry Matters brick, is so, do you know how many Amsterdam houses I have seen in this grey coloured brick? You have no idea. And I was just like, this is perfect for the townhouse. So yeah, we went with grey rather than white, just because to make stuff stand out. I would love to be able to do an all white build, but I just don't like the tone and the way that the game represents white. It's just a little bit sad to me. It's kind of like lifeless. It's just flat. Boo. So yeah, we went with grey instead. Here, again, these townhouses are kind of difficult because the landscaping is near on non-existent because you've got such a tiny space, and I don't want the interior of the house to be like any smaller than it has to be quite honest. In this house, this is another house that is, it's not small by any means, don't get me wrong, it's not small, but when you go to take screenshots of this, you're like, yeah, this house should be bigger so I can take screenshots nicer. So I haven't taken all the screenshots yet, but I tried to take a few yesterday, and I was like, oh, that small house life. That's one thing I do not like about building small houses is that the screenshots just never turn out the way you want them to, because you're like, okay, no, the room's too small for me to back out to get a good angle, or you end up in a wall and you're like, no, I don't want to be in a wall. I actually want this. Yeah, it's never, you can never get the angle that you really, really want in these houses. So please forgive me for the screenshot angles, but I promise if you download this and take a look at it, that's what I would recommend actually for a build like this, is to download it and to just take a little tour around to check it out. Because to me, it looks great from up above when I'm kind of touring it, and for playing in it, it would look great. But just screenshots, you're just like, ooh, it doesn't really showcase the build to its fullest potential. But anyway, we're doing the back garden here. I did just realise that I've put in the washing line and wash tub, which probably means that your Sims are going to strip off their clothes and want you to do their laundry, which I just realised. So maybe I'll go and put some laundry basket. I haven't actually uploaded this to the gallery yet. When you're watching it now, it will be uploaded and everything. But yeah, I'll go and put some laundry baskets through in the bathrooms. That would make sense. And yeah, I want to kind of play test this one a little bit, because there is so much clutter on the interior that it may make it difficult for your Sims to move around and things like that. So the main objective for this house was like as much clutter as possible. If you take a look at the link and you see the hotel, there's like one bookshelf that is just full of like religious ornaments. There's crosses everywhere, there's like cloches with skulls and weird stuff in it. It's just epic. Unfortunately, we don't have all those different types of clutter in the game, so there is a lot of that skull head from the vampires that was used as much as possible, and lots of the kind of clutter items from Jungle Adventures. Those are kind of good ones, and a few from base game. But again, I wanted to do like these plants on the exterior to kind of give you a hint of what the interior looks like. So you have the plants going up the staircase. That's really simple to do, and I think really effective. Your Sims will definitely be able to use this, because I've made sure to only do it on 2 tile stairs. So yeah, again, we're doing it here, and there's candles on the outside, so it kind of links you in to what to expect on the interior. Mind you, the exterior is just like completely different to the interior, so but this is just a little hint of what's inside. Anyway, moving on to general news. I suppose, did you guys watch Maxis Monthly, the Sim stream? I watched it, and I'm super excited that the gallery is now coming to console. I know there are quite a few of you that comment sometimes on my build and are just like, oh, I can't use your build because I'm on console. That of course is still the case with my CC builds, but I'm so glad that my CC free builds you guys are going to be able to use. And closer to the time when console does come to I did the same as Ninja. As close to the time when the gallery does come to the console, I will do a special build for you guys to celebrate. It is cross-platform now, so people that create stuff on console, us on the PC, will be able to use it as well. And I like this whole idea of being cross-platform. I think that was definitely the way to go. So congratulations on soon getting it. I think it's going to be coming in the first quarter of 2020. So yeah, I'll be doing a build for that. I don't know if you guys on console have like move objects cheats and stuff, or how that works, but yeah, I'm excited, of course. And all the back old builds, the CC free builds that I've done before, you'll also be able to use those. It's just opening up all of the builds for you. I'm sure you're excited to get your hands on like other creators' builds as well. So that was Maxis Monthly. And then, you know, yesterday I made maybe a just tiny announcement. If you haven't seen my Twitter or the community tab, as now's the time that I shall announce in a build that the next Felixander X Harry collab is coming to you January 2020. Thank you. Round of applause. Yes, we are collabing again to bring you the bathroom. Bathroom. The northern way of saying bathroom. I'm a Londoner, I say bathroom. You know, it's there's that lovely R in there. But northerners would say bathroom, and of course there is another story to go along with why it's bathroom rather than bathroom. It is bathroom because Felix is quite annoying and he likes to irritate me, and that's how he chooses to irritate me, by mispronouncing words. That was another one of his mispronunciations and insisting to call it bathroom, which he's German. Normally when English isn't your first language, you do the Queen's English, so you would do a southern accent. That's how you pronounce stuff, but of course now he decided to do the northern version to irritate me as a southerner. I'm sorry to all northerners, I'm sure, and every country you're like, northerners, southerners, people from the east, people from the west, you're like, different breed, you know. But yeah, that was it. But to be honest, look, I have northern family, it's fine, I'm just taking the mick. There's nothing wrong with you northerners. But yeah, that was it. So the name stuck and we are sticking with bathroom. So it is the northern pronunciation of bathroom. And it is coming, as I said, January 2020. That's what I have been doing all this month. Why the builds have not exactly been churned out, because all of my time has kind of been taken up by creating CC. So hopefully you can bear with me. I think hopefully I can get like 2 builds a week out. That's what my aim is now, instead of 3. 3 is just totally unrealistic. I kind of have to be on the grind just to get 3 builds out and doing it full time. Never mind 3 builds plus doing CC every night. Yeah, no, we're just gonna keep it real. For once, I am an eternal optimist when it comes to my time, and I underestimate how long things are going to take me every single day. And but now we're not. We're going to be realistic. Hopefully 2 a week should be good up until January, and then January we'll be back to the usual 3 builds a week. Can't wait. But yeah, I've got big plans for next year. I definitely want to get my Patreon sorted. It is already in existence. You know, I'm switching over to doing YouTube and Sims content full time, and that is part of the process, is setting up my Patreon. So I'm going to be releasing content each month. It's not going to be Patreon exclusive, it's going to be like early access and stuff. So if you want to head over, I have patreon.com/HeyHarry, I think. I'm pretty sure I did it as that. Yeah, I'll be, from February, there'll be monthly uploads of CC. So prepare one's body for that one. It was going to be like a combo of new meshes and recolors and mesh edits. That's what my aim is for 2020, is to get that going. It's a lot less time consuming as the set we're currently doing, because this is like a mega set. So they're not going to be mega 50-piece sets, like 10 objects maybe a month, we're thinking. Yeah, that's the aim for even actually 10 objects is a lot, probably not that many, but yeah, that's the aim for 2020. We're gonna attempt to hone our CC making skills as well as videos here. So lots more CC to come is all I'm gonna say. So I suppose I should talk about the interior. This interior is probably my favourite interior I've done so far in all of Brightchester. Can I say that? Yeah, I can say it. As I said, it just doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just an eclectic mix of all time periods basically, and I'm in love. I've never ever been in such an interior in my life. Nothing comes to mind. But I would love this whole eclectic thing. My life at the moment is literally just IKEA because, you know, who doesn't love a bit of IKEA for design versus price points? You know, IKEA can't be beaten for price point and the combo of design. My bed is from IKEA, and I've got to say, I went looking for a new bed before, and they were all ugly and all expensive, and then the IKEA ones were cheaper and have a better design. I was like, well, I know which one I'm doing. So yeah, I'm an IKEA fiend. When I have like my own settled place, I suppose I would love to kind of have my own style. Mind you, that requires money, so good luck with that. Anyway, we're on to the dining room area. I have used a lot of the in-game paintings. If you're seeing them, they are not CC, they are in-game paintings, the ones that your Sims normally paint on the easel. I found the rooms for like classic paintings, the realism paintings, and I think that was the two. Maybe there was a third one, but I don't think I used any from it. Yeah, so that is a classic painting, and I took the colours from that and did the chairs, and then the blue on the wall matched that as well, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cute, you know. So yeah, this one, again, clutter. This build was supposed to be up yesterday, but I was just like, look, I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna put in all of the clutter. I've also put trims. If I've cut this part out, I always cut out my wallpapers and floors and floor plan, but I've put in the exterior trims and the interior. So this, I love this gothic trim in this room. I've sized it down one because it was a little bit on the large side, you know. I've sized it down one and it just fits perfectly. This is like the most opulent kind of ornate room. So this trim is only in this room, and then all the other ones have the simpler trim that is also on the exterior. But yeah, this, as I said, this one isn't too dark. Like the color on the wall is not dark at all, but it just has this whole cozy vibe. I did really want to use the new like Victorian long banqueting table, but it was actually too long, surprisingly, for such a big room. I still wanted to have lots of things around the outside, so we just did the standard 3-tile version of the dining table, and then we could have chairs at the head of the table, which is kind of cute. I love the whole different chairs at the head of the table kind of look. I love it. Also, that suitcase with the pile of books on top, I think that's from Cats and Dogs. Or is it Seasons? No, I think it's Cats and Dogs. That has got to be one of my favourite clutter items, like ever. I used to use the pile of suitcases that came with City Living, but they're kind of metal suitcases and kind of perfect looking and stacked on top of each other. That's like a side table. I used to use those a lot, but that one from Cats and Dogs is just epic. Like, you can do it and then you can put your own books on top and layer them up, and it just, I love that whole vibe. I think that one object probably captures the essence of what this entire build is meant to be. So yeah, I have used all the packs in this. I have not restricted myself. I'm really, really sorry. But this is just an eclectic mix, and if it's eclectic, it just gives me license to put as much content and be I'm saying less selective about content, but really I'm still being very selective. Like, it has to look good in here, but then I can utilize different packs and all that stuff. Again, we have that bird skull head on the mantelpiece, and also the light that came with Realm of Magic there, that like hovering crystal thing, loves it. And the vampire books that came with vampires, believe it or not, I've used those as clutter up. I've put them on the seat, the armchair in the sitting room, and I've also put it there on the mantelpiece, and I love those. I think I've sized that one up, but the books are gorgeous. I would have loved to have like a whole stack of those somewhere, but I think they're pretty expensive. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I placed one, it was like 1,000 just for a book, I think. Yeah, so again, trying to find more and more clutter. I've ended up going with lots of candles and stuff, and also putting in like what should I call it, radiators. Oh, here we are. Believe it or not, I did a doozy on this one, and I did the entire bedroom, master bedroom and ensuite without recording. So this is my cheap, very, very cheap interpretation of stop motion to show you it coming together so that you could at least see the putting together of the master bedroom. Yeah, normally I press record. I have a Stream Deck and you just literally press one button and it starts recording for me. For some reason, I just forgot to press record after I finished doing another part of the house. I don't know why, but so I should tell you how the house is built up. The ground floor is the dining room and kitchen. Yeah, and a bathroom down there. The second floor is where your living area is and study and another bathroom. And then you go up here to this floor, which has 2 bedrooms and an ensuite for the master. So if someone is in this bedroom, they have to go downstairs to go to the bathroom. They don't have their own bathroom up here. I was just going to do like one huge master suite like I normally do. But I decided to put in this extra bedroom because, you know, the first townhouse we did only had 1 bedroom, so maybe, we've upped it. There's 2 bedrooms. You can't ask for much more. Well, you could actually. You could ask for 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is one of my builds. You know, I never do a huge amount of bedrooms. So, yeah, what can we say? So, back to the bathroom. Bathroom. We announced it yesterday, and I've got to say, as to this point in time, nobody has noticed one huge area of the sneak peek image, which is the windows in the background. No one's noticed that, the windows seem to go on for more than 2 tiles without a frame. So if you maybe want to take another look at the image to see, maybe there might be, ongoing seamless windows that you can make to any length you like. Don't know, maybe you want to check that out and re-look at the image, because nobody so far has noticed the windows, the massive windows in the background, which take up over 50% of the image. So well, good luck with that. But I'm now moving on here on this build to the study. This has to be, I think this has one of my favorite elements, which is, you'll see towards the end, I do a picture gallery wall behind the desk, and I don't know what it is about it, but I freaking love it. It kind of reminds me of I imagine it being like a back office of an old antique store. I don't know why, that's what it triggers in my head, is some kind of antique store or something. Here we are, we're creating it now. I do get rid of that in-game painting because it didn't look right, didn't have a frame. It just reminds me, the way one is leaning like on the floor as well. I don't know, there was something that gave me life about this little construction, and the vases as well. Sometimes I really like one of my builds. This has got to be one of them. I would probably use this and play in it. I'm not too sure what kind of family I would put in here. I'm seeing a slightly older lady in here. This is what's in my head. Slightly older lady or older couple. I feel like, they've traveled a lot and now they're kind of settling down, and this is their kind of forever last the days home. I don't know if they're necessarily elders, but I definitely see them as adults. That's the kind of vibe we are going for. And I'm going to just say the skeleton that comes with Jungle Adventures that you can see there in the corner is so gorgeous in the last swatch, black with a gold spear. It's just like so super chic. Like, can I have one of those in real life, please? I don't know where I would put it, or it would not exactly go with my IKEA furniture, but it's just epic. Now we are the last room of the build to show you, which is the kitchen, which is a completely different vibe from the others, because this one is going to be very light, because we've got the glass roof skylight at the top and then just all the walls filled with windows. So this one definitely wanted to be lighter. I've used the vampire kitchens here, which again, I love these kitchen cabinets. Epic. I'm just going to confess now that I've attempted to recolor them like twice in my lifetime and never released them. Also never used them really in a build. But this green color is just gorgeous. Beyond words, can't describe how amazing it is. I just wish they'd put in more colors. 3 color swatches in a kitchen is just, to be quite honest, in my eyes, shocking. Absolutely shocking. I don't know who would ever think that was correct or acceptable. And don't get me, please, no. I will stop now, otherwise I will rant about swatch numbers. I'm sure. No, it wasn't for a good reason. No, I'm stopping. Anyway, this last little section, I wanted to put a breakfast nook here with a table, but this hanging sofa kind of looked a bit weird with a full height table. Normally, sometimes I do like a sofa and then I do a regular table, kind of to make it look like it's some kind of built-in bench thing. But this one, it didn't look right, so I ended up making a seating area here, which you can sit down, enjoy. There are lots of plants in here, of course, because there's plenty of sun. And again, we still got the elements from the main part of the house with like the kind of traveling items. So we have tropical plants in here, we have like this screen that looks Japanese, and then just all the little kind of trinkets and elements coming together from all their travels and things like that. So yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. Hopefully hopefully I haven't peaked too soon. Who knows? But we're carrying on with Bright Dresser. I don't know what the next build for Bright Dresser is going to be, quite honest. I can't remember what is left in the world. I think I definitely need to redo the Bright Dresser Commons as well. That one hasn't been done. Oh, and basically for this one, I wanted to take a break from the Bright Dresser Penthouse. I know I did the interior for that last time, and I was planning on doing like the dorm straight away, but I just needed a breather from that build. I told you it was a struggle bus on that one, and just proceeding to do an interior for a dorm was gonna be too much. So we just decided to do a completely new build, and as I said, I was super excited about this build before and I've been waiting to do it, so I'm happy now it's finally out there into the world and we could all enjoy it together. So yes, I'm just looking forward to any comments you leave below. Feel free. Again, if you would like to download the build, if you want the tray files, the link is down in the description box. Again, with the link, the link is in the description box to my Tumblr post. I do a Tumblr post for all of my CC builds so that you know where to get the custom content from. And I'm just ready to move on to the next. I have no idea what my next build is going to be. The CC life has been taking over, but I'm sure we're all going to be excited by the time that January comes around and we all get to use lots of more brand new CC. Bathroom is very much an area that is lacking for us, so I'm happy that we were able to kind of do that. But anyway, moving on to screenshots. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye guys. Oops, I totally forgot to say, deadline for the build challenge is on the 22nd, this Sunday. Thank you so much everyone that's already submitted them. They look amazing. I can't wait to tour them and everything. So yes, deadline 22nd. Be there, be square. Bye guys.